In the name of Allah, most compassionate and most merciful, O Allah, send your blessings to our Prophet Muhammad and his pure family. Welcome and thank you for joining us in commemorate of Arbaeen event. Arbaeen event is the largest annual gathering of peace and remembrance in the world. Arbaeen remarks the 40th day of martyrdom of Imam Hussein. Imam Hussein, grandson of our Prophet Muhammad, may peace upon them together. And his stand against injustice inspire cross generations from the different cultures and different faiths. Today we are not only honoring Imam Hussein's sacrifices, but we celebrating the universal value like justice, dignity, freedom, and service to others. Whether you know about the story of Karbala or knowing of it for the first time, we are grateful you are present today, and we hope this gathering can participate to foster understanding and friendship and mutual commitment to build our community with more united and compassionate. Let us start to take tour of our Arbaeen event for this year, 2026. First of all, we have the message of our event. As you see here, Arbaeen message that lives on Karbala is not only history, but it's message that still speak to us today. Arbaeen message that lives on Karbala is not just history. It's a message that still speaks to us today. Karbala teaches us to never accept injustice. Karbala teaching us that silence helps the oppressor, not to vulnerable people, and so on and so. So, in honoring of message of Imam Hussein and Lady Zainab, message for peace, justice, everything here is free of charges. This is the Prophet's family tree, because as you see here, that Imam Hussein and Lady Zainab, granddaughters and grandson, directly to our Prophet Muhammad. What happened around the world right now, it's just like what happened in Karbala. There is injustice, there is oppression, there are vulnerable people need to help and support. That's exactly what happened in Gaza. It's similar what happened in Karbala. So the history repeats itself. And here, maybe somebody asked, why is the food free? Because our Imam Hussein, peace be upon him, and Lady Zainab, Imam Hussein has lost his sons, brothers, household members, and companion, and all of them have been died while they are thirsty and hungry. So even some women and children have been killed over there. So let us move to another section. We can move to the food section right now. Here we call it in Middle East, we call it qima. And as you see the ingredients here, besides the rice here, actually the people mix it together. Biryani in Iraq, we call meat biryani, lahm biryani. So it's rice, and you can see the ingredients here as well. Here we have vegetarian food. It's rice and mixed with the other stuff. You can check it here, the ingredients as well. And then we have here what we call Basque desserts, and you can see it. You can see it's delicious, by the way. So, and here we have date with the kerman sample. Is it sort of Iraqi sweet as well? Here, as you can see, it's fruit. Yeah, we have here choices because it's hot. So here lemon choices, and you can see the ingredients as well, and here mango juice as well. Here we have Iraqi tea. It's hot, by the way, but Iraqi people like it, and some people from Middle East will like it as well. So we can move to another section right now. Yeah, here we have children's section, and we can ask Hawra because she is in charge here. What do you have in your section? Tell us about it, please.
I am Hawra from the Voice of Lady Zainab Foundation, alayhi salam. And this is the children area. And here we have some pens and stickers, night lights, and mugs for children and keychains. And we also have some pins and bracelets for them too. Now we have a book about the Battle of Karbala, but kids appropriate, and we have like a praying book, how to pray book for kids too. We also have a book about the Prophet and his family. We also have bookmarks. We give bookmarks for free also, like everything's for free. And we do have a Muharram coloring book and a word search. And we also have some puzzles and like a coloring page for children. Here we have a simple family tree, like a very simple one. And here is a one that they see that's already made for them. And here we have a family tree, and this one they see it and it's already made for them. And this one is the same exact thing, but this is an activity where they do it. And here we have some coloring utensils with some candy for kids plus chocolate. And like this is their table.
Hello again. We can start by this section. Kauthar can talk us about it, what she has.
Well, thank you so much. So this is my section, and my section basically is all about merchandise. So on this side of my section, we have like a mimic of the shrines of Imam Hussein and Lady Zainab and Imam Abbas alayhim salam. So on this, on Imam Hussein's shrine mimic, we have stickers. So on this one, for example, we have this sticker that says knowledge brighten up the soul. And on this one says death with dignity is better than a life with humiliation. And with this one says stand with Imam Hussein for preserving a human dignity. And with the next shrine, which is Lady Zainab's shrine, alayhi salam, we have pins. And so, for example, and here it says Imam Hussein stood up for peace. And then in here it says Lady Zainab is a voice against oppression. And here it says Lady Zainab is a ray of hope. And then with the next section, with the next shrine, Imam Abbas's shrine, alayhi salam, we have magnets. So for this one, for example, we have kindness is to give before you are asked. And another one, opportunities pass like clouds, seize the good ones.
This is the wooden part, and these are homemade, and these are homemade, and for those who come here, and they can pick as much as they want. And these are the flyers, and who is the Lady Zainab Salamullah alayha. So we are welcoming those who are coming and take information about Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, some information.
And then we also have more wooden decor. For example, we have this that says truth stands alone, never falls. And And in here we also have that says real leaders serve people, not power. And then on the bottom here we have tote bag. So for example, let's see this one. That says, don't be reckless on good days, be patient on bad days. They are the same life with different weathers. Going back to the wooden stuff, we have this that says, if you don't believe in any religion, at least be free-spirited and honest in your action. Another one in here, I will not remain silent in the face of injustice. That was said by Lady Zainab. And then on this section is more like stationery. So on this section, these are pens that has our logo, and in here, these are notebooks that says knowledge is the ornament of the rich and the riches of the poor. And then in here, we have sticky notes that says, through patience, great things are achieved. A little down here, we have keychains that are in the shape of the dome of Lady Zainab's shrine. And in here says Lady Zainab's is voice against oppression. Another one in here is Imam Hussein against injustice, Imam Hussein for justice. And on this section we have some books. So we have, for example, in here we have A Journey of Love that talks about the world's largest pilgrim, which is a journey of love, unity, and human rights. And in here we have who is Imam Hussein. And then in here we have the legacy of loyalty that talks about Imam Abbas alayhi salam and his loyalty and his lifetime. And then in here we have Lady Zainab and who she was. And in here we have the brave heart of Imam Hussein, which is a kid's storybook that is about the story of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. And then another kid's book in here that talks about the same thing, that's about the moon and the 13th star, about Ahlul Bayt, all of them. And then in here we have mugs, two types. This is a to-go cup, and then this is a and mostly in home or an office or like that cup. So for example, in here we have true generosity is giving without expecting anything in return. And then in here we have no wealth like education and no poverty like ignorance by Imam Ali alayhi salam. And that is it for my section. Thank you very much.
Hi everybody again. We are a new section here with Ali. He can talk us. Could you please talk to our guests what we have here?
Hello everybody. Welcome. So in this section, we have a gallery of the event of what happened in Karbala in Iraq with Imam Hussein and his family. So in this picture here, it shows the Imam Hussein camp when they came to Iraq in Karbala, where the event will take place. And in here on this second picture, it shows the enemy soldiers around here. And here are the Imam Hussein's camp. So the Imam Hussein's camp, there were only 72 men, and the enemies, they were over 30,000 soldiers. In this third photo, we have the youngest child of Imam Hussein, who was only 6 months old. He was super thirsty because the enemies cut the water on them for a few days. Imam Hussein took the infant to ask for water, and instead of the enemy giving the infant water, they decide to hit him with an arrow that has 3 heads and actually get him died on the spot. Next, in these pictures, we're gonna have the horse of Imam Hussein. This is after they killed everybody, Imam Hussein included, and the horse came back to the women and Lady Zainab, all of them, and they were like technically crying together and feeling sad about what happened. In this picture, after they killed everybody, the enemies just thought, okay, that will be easy to control the women and children. And instead, they did not know that Lady Zainab still here. She took the leadership. So they burned all the tents, and obviously they make the women and children are real scared. Here, the other picture is where Lady Zainab, peace be upon her, standing strong after watching all the bad, hurtful stuff that happened to her family. So she took the leadership, and she took control over the safety of the children. Here in this picture, we have the children of Imam Hussein and the women of Imam Hussein got them captured, and they took them as war prisoners with the heads of the Imam Hussein's and Imam Hussein's people. So they cut their heads, they put them on the stick, and they took them with the women and children. On this next picture, it shows the Imam Hussein people are captured, and they took them as war prisoners, all the women and children as well, and the Imam al-Sajjad, who is the Imam Hussein's son, who was super sick. And yeah, so in this next picture, it shows where they took all the women and children as war prisoners. They took them through every single crowded street to show the people around who live in those cities that if you go against injustice, or if you ask for human rights or freedom, that will be your result. In the next picture here, it shows Yazid in his castle in Damascus, Syria, with the head of Imam Hussein alayhi salam here, and all the family who were captured. And he tried to humiliate them and talk down on them to make them feel bad, but they did not really listen. They stayed strong. In this picture, it shows that after Yazid took the survivors of this war as prisoners from the castle, and then he put them to stay overnight in a very dirty, not livable room, while the children of Imam Hussein watching the head of their father, Imam Hussein. In this photo, it shows the map where the survivors of this war were taken. So this is where happened in Karbala, and then it goes all the way up through Egypt, and then to Syria here. So instead of going straight from Iraq to Syria, they decided to go all the way around to show as much as people possible that, okay, you see what we did to the Prophet family, just because they asking for freedom and they going and they talking about against injustice. In this photo here, it shows where Lady Zainab and the survivors of this war came back from Syria with the heads to Iraq, where the bodies at, to connect the bodies with the heads and bury them together. In this photo here, it shows the shrine of Imam Hussein in Karbala. That's what it will look like now, and that's where millions of people, over 20 million of people every year, they walk to that shrine, pay respect. And yeah, in this picture here, we are seeing the Imam Abbas shrine. It is in Karbala as well. Imam Abbas is the brother of Imam Hussein, and there are over 20 million people visit that shrine and pay respect. And worth mentioning, Imam Abbas has died with Imam Hussein. And in the next picture here, we have Lady Zainab's shrine, which is in Syria. Yeah, a lot of people, they go visit that shrine, and a lot of attempts has been tried or attempt by ISIS to destroy it throughout the years. but it is still standing and strong.
Yeah, now in this section we have some bios for the grandsons of Imam Hussein, peace be upon them all together. They take the same way of Imam Hussein, and they say no for injustice and oppressions, and all of them have been killed brutally, except the last one, we call it hidden Imam. So as you see here, hi again, this section talking about the people who participated in with Imam Hussein revolution. I mean the story of Karbala. So they are part of this story. As you can see here, and here some famous people talking about Imam Hussein revolution, as you can see and you can read as well. Okay, let us stop by another section, and Hussein can talk us about this section actually. Hi Hussein, how can you talk about your section, please?
Hi. Hello, I'm Hussein Hashim. We made a collage of examples of how this event is going on all around the world, not just in Arab countries or what we're doing right now. This pastor here was really inspired by the story and like what happened in Lady Zainab's life. So he's coming out to talk about it and how it inspired him.
Hi there. With this section, we're gonna talk about the speeches that Lady Zainab gave after the death of her brothers and sons, and actually all men. For example, the first one here, the enemy killed all the men and they thought they will get the win. But Lady Zainab have another word. Say, no, we are still here. We cannot just start a new chapter. The chapter with the speeches and reveal the truth and fact to the community. And the other banners, Lady Zainab, when they took her as the captives to Kufa, and she's very familiar with the Kufa because she lived out in Kufa more than 4 years with her dad, Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib, may be peace be upon him, and Imam Ali was the Caliph, just like president nowadays, if we talk about in this language. So she know the area. She gave the speech to the people, and the people right away feel regret and starting to crying, and she destroyed the plan of the governor Ibn Ziyad, because Ibn Ziyad was made it in his media these people just attacking Muslims, and Muslims as the self-defense they fight back and they killed the grocer, that means Imam Hussein, and they captives his family. But Lady Zainab revealed the other face of the story, the true face of the story. Now here, Wali ibn Ziyad, nowadays we can call it like governor of Kufa. Kufa is another city in Iraq, and he was the governor, and he asked Lady Zainab, how do you see what Allah did in your family? She answered him, I didn't see unless the beauty, and you didn't win. And all the people starting to ask, who is this lady? And this is the key for Lady Zainab to destroy all his plans. And the last banner here, here in Damascus, after Lady Zainab took long trip from Iraq to Damascus through Turkish and through Turkey and Lebanon, and that's very long, with the thirsty, with the sufferings, blah blah blah, and Yazid the call for all the people in the city to gathering in the palace just to show that he is win and he is strong. But Lady Zainab here destroyed this novel as well. She said, yeah, you win right now, but you cannot lose in the future. And we will see the people, they can mention us, remember us. Nobody can mention you unless in the bad story. And she said, my man have been killed for the moral and the principles, and you and your father get Islam because my brother and my father as well. Uh, and then the people around the balance and inside the balance starting to ask who is this lady, including the Yazid's wife, because Yazid's wife was living in Medina in Saudi Arabia, and he knows the lady Zainab and Imam Hussein and their family as well. Hi again. We have here the statue of Imam Abbas, maybe peace be upon him. Imam Abbas, he is son of Imam Ali and half brother of Imam Hussein. This statue located in Albania country, and Albania is part of Europe countries, by the way. If you need more information and detail, you can scan the QR code. You will get new information. Thank you. Hi there again. We have a question. There is a long walking and gathering right now in Karbala. We're talking about millions of people, actually more than 25 millions from different backgrounds, different cultures, different religions. So the question is, why the media here in the United States didn't cover it, while cover everything, while cover a lot of things. We hope you can join us for the next Arbaeen event next year. Thank you.
Well, hello. Thank you very much for coming here. Well, yeah, of course. Well, how was this event so far?
Well, I must say I learned a lot. I know of the faith background. I know of some of your holidays, but I did not know of this one at all. And I was telling your brother and father that I have a friend who's now in Minnesota, a Somali woman who named her daughter Zainab. And so I'm thrilled to learn more about Zainab and very humbled at the sacrifice that she went through and admire her strength.
Amazing. That's great. What was one of the things that you've learned or that was fascinating that you've heard about it for the very first time in this event?
I think how the tradition is carried on now, how many millions of people around the world are honoring her and the whole situation, lifting that up and lifting up the strength that we need to have to fight against what is evil.
That's great. Thank you very much for coming here.
You're very welcome.
Have
Thank
a good
you
one.
for inviting us.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.